Pupil B. In the next extract from the discourse, we will see what happens when Pupil B is asked to talk about a reindeer. Have you seen reindeers? Yes. After establishing that the pupil has in fact seen a reindeer, the teacher again uses an open question. How does it look like? It's white and... Yes, the color is white and gray. Yes, and they are bigger. Rather big. Rather big. In this interaction, the pupil does not seem to be able to produce an extended description using several sentences together, but instead the teacher and the pupil together construct a description using phrases or words through questions. It seems that a pattern of talk occurs in this extract from the task in action, in which the original task of producing an oral description has changed under the pressure of production and become a task of answering the teacher's questions. Pupil C. This extract is very different. It shows Pupil C not just responding to questions by taking the lead in the talk. This pupil selected a budgie as his animal, which is a brightly colored bird that comes from the tropic, and it's only found elsewhere as a pet. Pupil C is subverting the task and makes the task work for him in ways that the other pupils did not. Notice how C's talks and teacher's talks is different. I haven't seen a budgie in the Arctic. Let's see. Could you describe a budgie? She can have many colors. Yes, she can. What kind of animal is it? It's a bird and she talks a lot. Do you have a budgie? Yes. What's her name? Gia. Where do budgies come from? I read in a book it is a little parrot. Perhaps it's a little parrot. I'm not very familiar. But I don't know where they come from. I think they are from the tropic zone. Sis takes the initiative and answers with an extra piece of information, so he increases his involvement in the task. Language used in the task. The questions of how children might learn from participation in this course begins to be addressed. The pupil's talk clearly demonstrates that speaking is much more demanding than listening. Now let's see the language produced by the pupils. Pupil A. It's a fox. Little and white. Little one. Auntie B. I don't think so. Pupil B. Yes, it's white and gray, and they are bigger, rather big. Pupil C. She can have many colors. It's a bird, and she takes a lot. I read in a book, and it says it's a little parrot. Use of formulaic language. Looking at the previous table, we can see some phrases that seem to have been produced as whole chunks, rather than being put together word by word. Formulaic phrases. It's a fox. It's a bird. Little one. Auntie B. I don't think so. It's white. The heavy mental demands of speaking are believed to be one of the ways of the phenomenon of formulaic use of language. Selecting and adapting use language online. The hesitation in pupils' ignorance about where the budgie comes from suggests that this language was constructed online rather than being produced formulaically as a chunk selected from both vocabulary and his grammatical knowledge to try to communicate his meaning.
created using Powtoon.